Well, obviously that was not a good night for us and a great night for them. Congratulations to State. They outplayed us really in every facet. Their guards controlled the game. They all fought us. We knew there would be a really hungry team, coming off of a couple tough losses, and we've known they're a dangerous team. I mean, they've been right there with some of the best teams in the country, and a lot of respect for them, but that was not a good enough performance or effort on our part. That's on me. Unfortunately, there's some moments I've been through as a player, as a coach, where you have a night like this and it's not okay. It's not okay to have a night like this. And for us to learn from it, we have to grow and change. And, I take responsibility for that as a coach. And disappointing. It's a disappointing night, but credit to them. 2-2 and 16 games left ACC. There's a long way to go, and we have to learn from this, though. So happy to answer any questions.
Jon, where do you think it got away from you guys in the opening minutes? More on your end of execution when shots weren't going down and so forth.
I mean, it's hard to point to one thing, right? I mean, it was basically everything. It was our defense. It was not being strong enough. It was their defense. It got us out of sync. And I think for us, just not being in this environment before, when it went that way, we didn't stick together the way that you have to. And, the times where we executed, made passes, and had some poise, we actually got to their paint and got some good shots. But there were too many empty possessions. We knew going in they were great at creating turnovers. We have 21. That's not going to get it done against anybody, especially not these guys.
Jon, did you think going in that you guys were tougher than this physically and mentally? Was this sort of a shock to you to see some of the ways those plays developed?
Yeah, I mean, I never go into any game thinking we're going to get blown out like this, right? And you feel you're going to win, and thought we had 2 good days of preparation. And for us, it's, I told our guys, we have to all look ourselves in the mirror, me included. What did we do to prepare? What did we do in this game, whether it's an hour before, a day before, and to learn and grow from this. But that was not expecting that.
Talking to the players, the word timid came up a couple of times as far as the way you guys started. What do you think about that? That's not normally something associated with Duke, so how do you want to change that around?
Yeah, it's you need to be aggressive, and really the things that, like the questions you guys are asking me or the things that we've talked about, that doesn't get you a win. That puts you in the game, and then you still have to execute. You still have to know game plan or scouting report, or you're defending 2 big time players in Smith and Joyner, and for us, we have to figure that out. That can't be the way. That's not how I've approached this team. That's not how I've played, coached. I want these guys to play that way. I want us to be aggressive and go for it. And so we have to do that. That's the bottom line.
Jon, this is 2 road games in a row now. Is there any common thread between the 2, and is it just part of the learning process for the young team?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's hard to have great perspective right now when you're in the moment, and you're disappointed, to say the least, with the loss. But it's a long year, and unfortunately, and I knew this when I took the job, there's going to be some moments like this where people can doubt you, they can doubt us as a team, and sometimes the best way to learn is to experience it. And for this group in particular, to experience this game, to experience playing on the road, you wish it was 2-0 on the road or 4-0 in conference, but that's not how it works. And so for us, it's all about how you learn from it and how you grow from it, and that's how I'm going to approach it.
You say you want to learn and grow from it. You're hitting the road again in a few days to play another ACC team you've already played. But what are the keys? What are the 2 or 3 things you need to flip right now, to turn around right now to get that first true road win?
Yeah, I don't know if I can give you the 2 or 3 things. I mean, if we had all night, I could give you a lot more. But for us, it starts with our mindset. It starts with the way we come out in both games against Wake and against NC State. You could see right away with our fight, our competitive nature, and we haven't been that way. Like we've we've competed in every game we've played this season. Outside of these 2 games, we didn't put up the same fight. So for us, you know, I don't have all the answers right now. I want to digest, watch the film, talk with the staff, and we'll get together a great plan. And there's a huge sense of urgency. I mean, it's Boston College just won 2 games at home, I know, in the ACC, and they're a really good team. So it's we have to do that.
But those are the 2 games you've played against a large hostile crowd on the road. There has to be a theme there.
Yeah, I mean, the theme is they outcompeted us and they outplayed us, and that's not okay.
John, you seemed really calm in the first half. How were you able to center yourself? Oh, it's 15-0.
You felt I was calm.
Oh, well, we were a little bit far away, but it just seemed like you were almost even meditating.
Well, you know, for me, I've been in a lot of games in the ACC where we're down and you come back and win, and it's about navigating the game. So it's not about going into panic mode or anything other than trying to figure out how to win the next possession, and then you got to win the possession after that, and that's where my mind goes. And you know, clearly, there's a lot that's happening in those moments. You can't point to one thing, or you know, on either side of the ball, it's a lot going on there, and they had a lot to do with that. Like, I'm not taking anything away from them. I give them a lot of credit. They were hungrier and they did all the right things. But for me, that's where my mind goes. It's how can you win?
Too early in your career to get your first technical?
Yeah, I don't know about that.